This 3-Minute Egg is supported by Skewed Visions, presenting Cubicle, a year-long series of site-specific podcasts designed to be watched at work. Now online, episode number 5 from theater genius Michael Summers, cubicle.skewedvisions.org.
AIDS. Strap on the vest and aim the bullets at my chest. Disconnect my spinal cord and break my neck. I struck my bones because I don't have muscles to flex. Dial 911 when the press didn't connect. Dear Mr. HIV, because of you, I plan for less.
You might consider yourself a denizen of the spoken word scene in the Twin Cities and still be forgiven for not knowing about the Poetic Assassins. They call themselves Bugs and Verse, and while you may not see them around the slam scene, they certainly are no stranger to stages, both as a tandem and individually. Well, now we're at their CD release party for Red Dot. That means Death of the Truth. We're going to talk with Bugs and Verse about their new album and what they believe makes themselves such a dynamic duo on this edition of 3-Minute Egg.
Look at Post, I had a dream. The powers that be no longer feeling it. Martin became militant, real threat to the status quo, so of course he had to go. And that would make sense what happened in Memphis, and yes, it's senseless, but part of the imperial plan. Check the history of the nation. Iraq and Afghanistan are just current manifestations. Bible in one, sword in the other hand. So if the blood must flow, fuck. I'm gonna do my best to reverse what happened at Ludlow. Say word, y'all.
She went to De La Salle in Chicago. And I went to De La Salle here, so we started rapping about that, and it just turned into a friendship that developed into a business relationship, and
definitely
it's grown ever since.
The whole idea of Poetic Assassins came up because I actually had developed a piece with another artist, and we decided to write a play about it.
The play is actually entitled Eliminating Oppression One Inkshell at a Time, and it was using the Poetic Assassins, like the violence metaphor, and you trying to empower people to use their words as weapons to assassinate evils in the world.
Red Dot and what it means to me and what I was writing and going for is that we're assassinating the ideas that you hold to be truth, the lies that my teacher told me, what's in the textbook, what you can't find with me B.U.G.S in the textbooks. So we're assassinating those ideas, and we're going to re-educate you and let you know that there's more out there.
One of Gandhi's untouchables. Some like me, but I'm unlovable. Are you uncomfortable? Sign your life away and make sure your handcraft is legible. Cover my body in red paint and call me Mr. Incredible. Another PhD with a degree that is incredible. Rearrange Frida Kahlo's fruit, but I guess plastic isn't edible.
Slamming to us and putting scores on what we're writing, it's not for us. I don't feel like you can give a score to a person's feelings and what they're coming from. Like, I have a poem called Reload, and it's about my personal experience with incest. Like, how can you give a number to that? I can't do that, and I feel like it takes away from the true art form, and people are writing for a score. So you're not writing because you love it, you're writing because you want to get applause and you want to get the oohs and the ahs. We don't do it for that. We have a piece called Red Alert, and we're sitting down together, we're like, we're gonna write. And we literally wrote the piece together. Like, we wrote down our ideas, came back together. We're so linked mentally that we came back and we basically had the same piece, and it melted into a great piece.
It's really like something unique to us. Like, there's another piece, Truth Serum, where I actually wrote it as a solo piece. Like, I just started writing and it came out, and I brought it to her, and she was like, this is what I wrote. And it was like the same concept, the same thing, and it fit perfectly. So we spend a lot of time reading, and reading oftentimes, she'll call me or I'll call her and be like, yo, I just read this and we need to do a piece about this. Like, did you know that this happened? And that's how it happens.
Every positive test, pass the wall, attack, don't flash, shit's a lot to digest. Multinational do that dance for the kid, close to the chest, to keep us sick enough for the drug and the majority of our checks. So it cost leaves the 3 letters, R.I.P. All due to HIV. So what I want on my tombstone? Fuck the government that gave it to me. Red alert, say word.